Okay, I'm going to just collect some leaves from stinging nettles. Please be aware that stinging nettles do sting. Right? Stinging nettles do sting. Which makes it, of course, a challenge. Okay, the problem I have is that I am sometimes a bit overly sensitive. And I'm trying to let go of this. Simply by accepting the challenge. Okay, I know that the seeds from stinging nettles... Okay, this is always very challenging, but I have had moments where it was so liberating, but it's still a challenge. You know, that's all I can tell you. This is a bit like, I mean, having sex is really nice in comparison. This is more like giving birth or something. Okay, last time okay, what I could do is I could take this for now, and then I'll just pick some leaves, but this will probably sting through it. Okay, now I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, you know, what does it mean to be a man? Okay, that's probably how I'm gonna be if I'll ever meet that woman again. It's like, I'm not sure if I want to touch you again. This is super intense. I mean, I have had times where I simply picked these and ate them. Why am I so sensitive? I shouldn't be this sensitive. Why am I so sensitive? Because I've been doing a lot of cleansing. I'm just in this, I just want to cry all the time. I mean, this can never be me. Seriously. This can never be me. Okay, I'm just gonna... You know what? There's people that just do this without ever thinking about it. Okay? Krass. It's actually not that bad. I mean, I've just had some really intense experiences with stinging nettles. This is not how I'm... Jeez. I mean, that's not the way to do it. And maybe it is, right? I don't know, man. I feel like short of breaking into some kind of like crying frenzy or something. Yeah, fuck it. What am I doing, man? There was a time where I literally spanked myself with stinging nettles. I just did it. Okay. Or are these the wrong ones? I think they're the wrong ones. But which ones am I to take then? Right, maybe I'm too fast. Maybe I'm too fast. Krass, I'm such a wuss. When have I become such a wuss? I mean, I'm just reflecting. I'm so sensitive. I mean, I'm hiking barefoot. Look at my feet, they're like super red. But this is next level. I mean, I have a lot of respect, like a lot of respect for earlier a stinging nettle grazed my right foot. I mean, there were times where we spanked ourselves with stinging nettles. And then there were times where I did it on my own. But then there was this point where I felt like, I almost died after spanking myself with stinging nettles. I mean, literally. I was laying in bed and there was this, I just started buzzing at an insane frequency or something. And I felt like I was, okay, I'm gonna die. I thought I'm gonna die. In myself, I felt like I'm gonna die. I was just laying in my bed. And then there stood this figure over me and tapped twice on here. And suddenly I opened my eyes and I was there. And probably for the rest of my life, I'll ask myself what that was. Was it me? As nice as I think these moments are, or have been, I would rather this would be easier to understand, but it's not. It's very difficult. And all you can work with is, hey, I'm still here, right? And so I have a lot of respect for stinging nettles. I recognize the fact that there's probably things I have to do first. I mean, I have been severely burned by nature during this cold stuff. I mean, maybe, I don't know how other people deal with it, but I have had times where I did like winter bathing and my hands felt like somebody was putting nails into them. Like my hands felt like somebody was smashing them with hammers. Like that amount of pain. Just by going for, maybe half a minute into cold water. I felt so crippled. I don't know why it has to be such an ordeal. Right? I mean, and last week I came from a hike somewhere and I touched something. I collected stinging nettle leaves and it felt okay, but now I feel like inside I'm really soft, like super gentle, really vulnerable. Like there's this crying something looking out into the world, and I don't understand this. Because I'd like to do so much more, but inside there's this constant moping, crying thing that I just cannot understand. I just don't get it. Is that me? Is this like something else? Because why? What's the point of being so clingy and whiny? That can never be me. I'm clearly rejecting this. But if it comes to collecting leaves, I'll say, okay, let's do this a bit more slowly, because I have been burned. I acknowledge it. I have been burned by nature, and there's even people that have been burned by me, but that too I cannot explain. How am I supposed to explain that? What do you mean has been burned? Who has been burned by who? Who burns who? How? Why is there a sun inside of me? Why is there women that have a dream like I'm on fire? Because that's what I am. I'm on fire, man. Like sometimes I feel like I'm burning, And then here, hey, drink another coffee. But without the fire, I also cannot do it. I'm super hot. It's like, tss. So yeah. Just don't get it. Like, I can no longer live without coffee. That's how I sometimes feel like. Like sometimes I feel like I can no longer live without certain things. But that is also untrue, because I have transitioned. But today I feel like I'm taking the short route. I'm taking the short route. The short route. You know, I'm just doing a hike. But why? Why can I not hike 30 kilometers every day and then stop sleeping? You know, I will never understand this. I will never understand this. Literally never, ever will I understand this. But this is the content I felt like making today. So I think what the message is, there's boundaries. And you have to respect these boundaries. But what are my boundaries and why are they there? And why do other people have other boundaries? That's what I'd like to know. Why do we have boundaries? And why can some people overcome them more easily than others? You know? Right? And why do I feel like, you know, I still like these alien movies? But maybe not the ones... I mean, I watched still Prometheus. I think the one after that, Covenant. So watch that as well. And now there's supposed to be Romulus, but... yeah, come on, man. I mean, can you not just do something else? I mean, is that all you got? Am I supposed to watch Beetlejuice? Or not? What are the choices I'm supposed to make? Because I'm constantly wondering if making certain choices is just gonna throw me into another, like a death loop. Like a death loop spiral.